So not anyway, 0.5% higher on the Nifty. It's held above the 10,650 mark. 10,657 is the first tick, and it's holding that 0.5% uptick. 53 up. Sensex up 200 plus actually, 202. 35,540 was held. Bank Nifty is up only 0.25%, so it's not the lead, at least in the opening trade. Mid caps are doing as well as the big caps, up 0.5%, 90 points higher. Okay, let's get to what's doing well in the Nifty itself. Okay, not too many red stocks at all. The green ones, India Bulls 1.3 up, Yes Bank 1.4 up, Bharti Airtel, Dr. Reddy's of course, Bajaj Finserv, Vedanta, Grasim, Power Grid are the stocks that are up 1% at this point in time. Actually, the Bajaj twins are, both of them are up 1% at this juncture. No red stocks at all, hardly any. I mean, HDFC Bank is flat. Okay, now it's become green. There's HCL Tech, which is about 0.25%, a few pies lower, and Z Entertainment. But really, it's almost 50 on 50 in the green.
Okay, it's a good opening for the mid-caps, actually, up about 100 points. The advance decline ratio is positive at 3:1 in favor of the advances. In fact, after a long time, I'm seeing a really good start, at least as far as the advance decline ratio is concerned. A lot of the real estate stocks are buzzing ahead of the GST Council meeting. So Prestige Estates is up almost 2.5%. Godrej Properties is up almost about 1.5%. So keep an eye out on that. ITI, it was a CNBC Awaaz exclusive where they believe that the government will offer some tax breaks for electronic projects. So ITI is up almost about 6% right now. Some of these beaten down names in the NBFC space like Shriram Transport, Edelweiss Financial, Indiabulls Housing are seeing a bit of a bounce back this morning. So about a 1% rally there. In fact, all the beaten down names, you know, the ADAG group stocks, whether it's Reliance Power is up 2.5%, Adani group stocks, Adani Power is up about 1.5%, Ashok Leyland is bouncing back from its 52-week lows. So now the mid-cap index is up almost 0.7%. Anuj, good opening for the market, but do you get a sense that this rally could be sold into, or is today going to be a different day?
Let's see. For now, it looks like it's different days, Sonia. This market is aggressively short. I think this is oversold market. This is due for short covering. As the point I was making yesterday as well, we're very close to support marks. And the Bank Nifty is the one which is up about 0.5%. I think a couple of metal names doing well because of global factors. So all in all, I think a good-looking market is what I'll say right now. But let's see. The test for this market would be a dip would come, because in a market like this, it's prone to get sold into the rally. So the dip would come. The test for the market would be whether that dip gets bought or not. But Ashwani, your thoughts on opening? We are at 10,660 on the Nifty spot and 10,668 actually on the Nifty future. So the premium is hardly anything now. Is there a trade here?
Well, given that we've gapped up on a second day, on a third day, and for last 2 times the gap ups have been sold into. So just to do something different, and this US China, the noises are fairly positive, and you are sitting on a strong support. I have bought March calls on the 10,700. And let's see if today turns out to be different, because the market is too much poised or positioned in terms of one consensus trade. So my sense is that a lot of shorts got created yesterday, a lot of longs got cleaned out yesterday. So there is a good potential of something different happening, at least for the first half.
Point taken. And that's happening, at least positive for the bulls as of now. 0.5% higher, has held for 5 minutes for what it is worth. Mitesh, what's your index trade? And if I may, it may sound like an anticlimax, but I'm watching Shankara Buildcon. I think it's the 3rd or 4th day in a row that it appears to have made a bottom and moved ahead. If you care, an opinion on that as well.
Yeah, so Lita, I think it's a circuit stock, and it's been now hitting the upper sides after bottoming out around at 324. I think the targets for this rally could be closer to about 520, 525 over here. So there might be another 2, 3, 4 days of upside left, and the stock might show good momentum. Every day when the gap up happens, yesterday's gap should be used as trailing stop loss. Yesterday's high should be used as trailing stop loss. For the time being, it does look like a market which is stabilized. I think we're extremely oversold on the intraday charts, and today we've opened gap up. Maybe there'll be choppiness, but I think yesterday's low would be an important marker, and any intraday dips would be a good buying opportunity.
Okay, by the way, Tata Steel is the other one which is seeing quite a bit of rally this morning. In fact, the entire metal pack is quite active because of the whole US-China talks once again. So, looks quite interesting. Sudarshan, your thoughts on Tata Steel and any other interesting stock that you may have spotted?
Well, first of all, this is a good time to buy the Nifty. Buy the Nifty and place a stop at 10,620. That's the cash index, below that. And stay there, stay long for today and tomorrow morning. I wouldn't touch Tata Steel. Reliance is a much better opportunity. L&T, which I spoke about earlier. So stay away from Tata.
Bajaj twins, Sudarshan, and when I say Bajaj twins, I mean the finance twins.
I'm sorry?
Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv.
Well, both deserve buying today. We are only talking of 2 to 3 days of an up move that is possible. And Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance are likely to outperform.
Okay. By the way, also keep an eye out on Titan. It's just 3% away from its record highs once again. It's piling on some weight. So a very small dip is what Titan saw last week, and that dip has been very quickly bought into, now back to its 52-week highs. But a quick word on this one, Mitesh, Titan, would you trade it?
I actually quite like the stock, and I think that the stock has given a good pullback, done some base building around 1025, so keep that as the stop. The earlier closing highs of 1070 should be your first target.
Okay, clearly there's a bit of a global factor playing out. Look at Motherson Sumi. I think that was one stock which yesterday also in the morning did well. Then towards the end there was quite a bit of fall in the stock in line with the market. But that's again opened with a bit of a gap up. And that's the whole point. There's a lot of stocks, good quality stocks which have corrected, which are now seeing quite a bit of buying interest in the broader market. Sudarshan, any thoughts on this one? It seems to be making some kind of bottom around 130. Is this a chart that you've looked at?
Yes, I do, but I don't think there's much there. There's another stock that's suddenly now completing a 4-month bullish pattern. That's Yes Bank. That's something worth looking at.
Okay, well, gentlemen, thanks a lot for joining us and taking us through the market opening, which, by the way, is looking pretty good. I mean, no two ways about that. It's piling on weight, 70 points in the green now for the Nifty, 10,678. At least it's holding on to the December 26th lows.
On and doing better. I agree with you.